Somebody said, say, man, this a video of you going around say you, your 9-year-old cousin when you was 19. I said, so? Who give a getting ready how much you were 40 years later? So what? So? I ain't never had one allegation. And I'm telling you, I ain't never had one allegation. And I ain't got one allegation. Not a one. Ain't nobody said he done nothing. Ain't nobody said he done nothing.
About 11 or 12. And we was at my auntie house. Charleston had just came home from TYC. And I was getting out the shower or whatever. And he came in there fondling me.
Now, I was one of the persons thinking all these things Charleston White was saying is just satire. Ain't nobody that foolish to get on camera and expose themselves and say these particular heinous things. I couldn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't believe it whatsoever until you have somebody accusing you of doing exactly the things that you said you done. And then it's a relative. This woman has no monetary gain. She's not going to become no superstar. She handled the situation at that particular age with her parents when it happened. But she protected Charleston White for any real consequences when it comes to ain't no paperwork. That's what he said. Ain't no paperwork. Ain't nobody put no charges on it. But he'll speak proudly about it. And some of y'all like, well, why would she even come out and say anything? Maybe because when Charleston White got on the internet and spoke boldly and proudly about taking advantage of white girls when he was younger, she felt some type of way because she was an actual victim as well. And maybe the white girls he was speaking about not gonna come out and speak. But she was. Let's get into this video. This is a sad case. If this is true.
Around what age were you when this all happened?
About 11 or 12. And we was at my auntie house. Charleston had just came home from TYC. And I was getting out the shower or whatever. And he came in there fondling me. He kept telling me that we was playing house. Everybody do it. And then,
you're 11 years old. You're 11-year-old little girl, man. What are you thinking at that time? Were you scared? So, like, terrified of it?
I was scared. Of course I was terrified. Because what am I supposed to think? And I'm a child, you know?
Right.
I mean, what would you... I mean...
Yeah. Wow.
Well, the time I told my parent I never ever went back over there again. Everything else was handled accordingly. You know, some families are the families that like to keep stuff under the table because, you know, everybody, the way we grew up, everybody business ain't nobody business, you know.
There's something to talk about. In most families, they sweep certain things under the rug that's been done in the family to protect individuals. The victims, the parents, the cousins, whatever. So what she's saying is going to resonate with a lot of people, men and women that been victims of somebody like a Charleston White, allegedly.
I had watched one of his videos recently because I had heard about how he was on there making jokes about when we was little, we used to have sex with our cousins. Paperwork on what happened, but just what I wanted to reveal because I didn't feel like everything was appropriate at the time. We got district clerk office paperwork here now. So
district clerk.
Thursday of November 1998, Charleston White signed a court order arrangement to now or anytime after the day above contact the victim, Shalondra Price. Khan was 11 years old of age when contact was made. Sexual direct penetration was made. Defendant has previous convictions prior to current event. Paragraph 1 states the test was positive for defendant's semen.
And shout out to OG Murder because I'm using his video to try to piece together the things that she said. But she's going to go into how there was semen found. They did go through a legal route to get some type of justice for her. But then she's gonna speak about how they didn't want Charleston White. This is her words. They didn't want Charleston White to actually get in any type of trouble. He just came home from doing juvenile life. So before he can go through that system again, he was offered a plea deal. And this is why Charleston White speak about a lot of his records being sealed. But I don't know if a plea deal can pull up on your record. But he speaks so boldly about these particular actions. I wouldn't even think nobody would do something like that and come out and confess to doing it and it actually be real. That's me being naive. They say if somebody show you who they are, believe them.
It was basically like a plea made before before he was able to be sentenced. I didn't want to fully prosecute him because they was making me feel bad about it because he was my cousin,
Right.
And so, with me being so young, I was just like, okay, well, I don't want him to go to jail. I want this to happen.
He's done a lot of things and he's been involved in a lot of things that he doesn't seem to go to jail for.
So, we had everything from the detective's name to the signature of the district clerk. I don't
Phone numbers. And this says, this is crazy. This is crazy. They got he been tested positive for the semen, all matched up. Direct penetration, sexually direct penetration was made. Defendant has previous convictions prior to the current event. Paragraph 1 states the test was positive for defendant's semen. This is crazy. We got a detective name and phone number on her. March 16, 1999. Yeah, Charleston, you can't keep hiding from all this. You can't keep hiding from this. Was it any kind of friction in the family, like people telling you lying?
Yeah, a lot of it came from like my aunts and stuff saying that I just wanted attention and stuff like that. Like, I really don't want to make this about anybody other than myself, you know what I'm saying?
She's not the only one. He has they have like 2 more cousins, family members that's victims. She really want to bring them into it, so we're not going to say their name.
But as far as my immediate family, everybody was out on board after everything got processed and was, systemized or whatever you might want, whatever great language you might want to use for it. And I haven't had to really revisit that except for when he came to Stop 6 working at the club, and then he had put that program there for the kids. And I was just thinking, damn, for a person who always doing shit,
It's okay.
you know what's going on, like if I was that young, that means Charleston was 19, right? 19, 20. I don't just think about it every day to remember the exact ages both of us was, but I do know he had just came home and he was a whole lot older than me,
Mm-hmm.
People think like that is funny and it's a joke, but if you ever go on my page, anything that I'm on there doing for the jail motivational speeches or any of that, if you just listen to it, it'll tell you the whole story. You know what I mean? This ain't something I just started dealing with. It's something I've been dealing with.
Okay, take your time.
Now I'm a good reader, people. Have a great discernment on people when they lie, and I don't believe a particular story because all the components might not be there. When I seen this, I'm like, that woman telling the truth. This woman is telling the truth. My conviction just let me know she's telling the truth. And Charleston White had caught whiff of this video, and he responded in a Charleston White fashion that didn't make it no better. Because it won't be no double jeopardy if he actually took a plea deal and actually faced some type of consequences may not be on the books. But we're gonna see. But this is what Charleston White said. I damn near didn't even want to brand this video, but hey, it's my brand. And it's just kind of hard to even be enthusiastic about promoting, but black on black love, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad the fact that young girl at the time had the courage enough and the bravery enough to go tell her moms. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women, men, and children that be victims don't have that in them. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to black on black love and that one and her mama providing that type of comfort and love to her for she can feel like it was a safe place to go tell her moms. These shirts are available. You can get them on 95way.com. I have hoodies and I also have another shirt available that's not as pricey as this one. You can see it down here as a product, and also the comment gonna be pinned. I'm just so disturbed, bro. I'm so disturbed from this shit. But let's get to what Charleston White was saying.
Somebody says, say, man, this a video of you going around say you your 9-year-old cousin when you was 19. I said, so? Who give a getting ready talking about she was 40 years later? So what? So you got to be lying. Because here's the deal. I thought I was locked up in the boys' home from 14 to 21. I thought I was in the boys' home from 14 to 21. How I family member when I was 19? How? I was in the boys' home.
When a person call out two numbers, they ain't sure about the age.
If I was that young, that means Charleston was 19, right? 19, 20.
See, Charleston, you ain't sliding just that fast. Because she said 19, 20.
That means Charleston was 19, right? 19, 20.
She could just have your age wrong. Because when you're a child, you probably can't remember like that. Especially during the trauma. See, when she said 19, 20, she didn't for sure say you was 19. See, on your video, you made it like she said you was 19. She said 19, 20. She not sure about your age, bro.
1991 to 1998. 14 to 21. How? I didn't get out of the boys' home till I was 21. Till I was grown. That's all I want to know. 14 to 21. Documentation record sealed at the age of 21. That's why when you pull my record, there's no history of a murder. 14 to 21, I was locked up for murder in the boys' home. Texas Youth Commission getting state, home, and school.
That sounds real good, but it's a lie. And OJ Murder pointed this out about Charleston White actually got out when he was 20 years old, before his 21st birthday.
How much time did Charleston White do? Charleston White served 6.5 years in a Texas juvenile facility. He was sentenced to 12 years under Texas juvenile determined sentencing laws for his involvement in a murder at age 14. He served his sentence at the Giddings State School, part of the Texas Youth Commission, from 1991 until he was released just before his 21st birthday. Now, what does all this mean, y'all might ask? First of all, he keeps saying he was in jail from 91 to 98. That's 7 years. Charleston, you only did 6.5 years, right? Now, if you notice the part I had highlighted right there, it said he served his sentence at the Giddings State School, part of the Texas Youth Commission, from 1991 until he was released just before his 21st birthday. You caught that? You was released before your 21st birthday. You keep on saying you was in jail from 91 to 98 like you did 7 years. Now see, what this means is you putting yourself at 21 years old. But if you read the highlighted statement, it says you was released before your 21st birthday. Meaning when you came home, you got it. 20. Ain't that what your cousin said? You was
19, 20.
But you jumping around here doing all this like I was 21. I was 21.
Well, I was in the boys' home till I was 21 years old. How could he rape anybody at 19 when he was in the boys' home, locked away? He had been locked up 5 years already. So somebody's lying on Chicken Charlie.
Busted. Caught lying again. Now see, now she really looking like she telling the truth. We all know you be lying. We all know you act like you don't know her.
I don't even know that girl. I don't know her. I ain't never seen her. I don't have no relatives with that last name. I swear to God.
But with this information, y'all gotta think. See, people don't research nothing. They just talk. No. See, Charleston, you didn't do 7 years. You did 6.5. Had you done the whole 7 years, you would have been 21 when you came home. But you only did 6.5. You got out before your 21st birthday, meaning that you were 20. And your cousin said you did what you did when you first came home. And she said you was like
19, 20.
Gotcha.
How much more vicious can with rape? I done bragged about it on several videos and then gave explanation. What you mean you don't believe it? Why wouldn't you believe it?
I can't believe you would get on camera and say that.
I done it. I'm on your camera saying it, so why wouldn't you believe it? I'm on 3 of your cameras saying it, so why wouldn't you believe it?
You ain't gotta tell me no more. I believe you, homie. I believe you done took advantage of somebody and all them women from this point. And it took the Carmelo Anthony and you getting close to their family and you betraying them in such a way for me to be like, nah, this dude ain't that, he ain't that solid. You know what I'm saying? This ain't just satire. Long time ago, Anton Daniels told me that Charleston White not playing no character. He's exactly who he say he is within these goddamn videos, live streams. This not a character. The play is to put it off on a character. He playing on everybody. So for now, I don't believe this man on who he say he is. I think he got some sociopathic traits. You feel me? And they may have developed in the boy's home due to the PTSD and trauma of him actually seeing a white man get his life taken and he getting blamed for it. It's probably, yeah. That man's sick in the head, man. But let me know what y'all think.